that everybody's afraid to really talk about life insurance.
And so each month that you pay into your policy, a percentage of that money goes into this money bucket. And then later on down the line, if you ever want to take out money, if you want to borrow, you can borrow.
Final expense is meant to relieve the burden from your loved ones for your final expenses, for laying you to rest. It's not really an investment tool where you're going to really leave somebody a bunch of money.
The Vegas Places with Coil, your host. How's it going, Vegas? Good Friday today. Now, today's topic, we want to tie that in with our well-being topic. This is our guest today. They specialize in helping you understand and selecting the correct life insurance policy to serve to fit your needs and your budget. Now, this results into financial beneficial impact on your family's future and provides a peace of mind. Now, it's not talked about much as we hear a lot nowadays that's trending about investing into stocks, crypto, NFT, that everybody's afraid to really talk about life insurance. A lot of small business owners, entrepreneurs are out there that don't have life insurance. This is very important. You're building an empire out there. You're getting everything going. You're investing into your LLCs. You're investing into marketing. You have to invest into a life insurance. Anything can happen to you. What is going to happen to your family when that comes? What are you going to leave behind with your family? What is in paper and said and done? So you don't want to have everyone guessing when that happens. And of course, it's not a trending topic to talk about. So with my guest today, I have owners Frantwan LeBlanc and Kenneth Lewis, and they are owners of LeBlanc-Lewis Family Insurance. And we're going to get into this. You guys, thank you for joining me, Frantwan, Kenneth. You guys, how are you guys doing today?
Doing well. Thanks for having us. Thanks for
Doing
having us. We
fine.
appreciate it.
Thanks.
Yeah, right. I appreciate you guys, man. This is going to be a good session. I want to get right into it. First, off the rip, I'm going to give it to you, I guess, Frantwan. What is the response you have on why life insurance is not as a trendy topic as crypto and stocks and NFT?
Well, I think the reason being is because we kind of live in a society that is just instant. I mean, everybody is like, the younger people, especially the millennials, are on Instagram, or everybody just want things instant gratification, and so people want to make instant money. No one wants to just work and save money for retirement. So when you talk about like life insurance, and we'll get into later, but a lot of times it can be more of a long term benefit. And so a lot of times people are not interested in something that's going to be a long term benefit. They want to know, okay, what can I have now?
Right.
What can this do for me now? So if you tell me that, okay, putting away $30 a month is gonna make it to where I'll have a savings in several years from now, plus I'm gonna have insurance protection. Well, I don't want to put 30 bucks away right now. What can I do right now where I can see instant gratification? And so
Right.
the crypto companies and the crypto schools and different things like that, they sell, okay, you can make money today. And so
Right.
life insurance is not something that you benefit from today, but if you have it and you make sure to do it correctly, you can benefit from it in the future. And
Right.
then, of course, if you don't have it, then that's a whole nother story.
True.
So I
True.
think that's why.
Yes, and then when you think about it, what is the cheapest? You say, what is the cheapest rate that a business owner or even just a hardworking, average working individual will pay on a monthly basis to make sure their family is okay? If something happens.
You want to take that, Kenneth? Or you want me to take it?
Well, I'll chime in there. Basically, the cheapest rate is pretty much whatever you can afford. That's how we like to look at
Mhm.
it. Um, you can pay as much as you can afford, and then we can let you know based on your health and based on the carrier that we go with how much coverage you'll actually have.
Mm.
So I mean, you can't say, "Oh, all right, well, I want $1 million worth of coverage, but I can only pay $25 a month and I'm 60 years old."
Right.
Well, that's just not going to
Right.
happen. But whatever your budget is, we work around that. We shop not only well, we shop a lot of carriers.
Okay.
We can pull rabbits out of our hat as far as trying to get your budget get something towards your budget. But in the long
Hmm.
run, it depends, like I said, on your health. It depends on the carrier, and we go from
Okay,
there.
now that makes sense.
It's
That makes
flexible.
sense. Now, looking into the website, if one was to go to the website, I think also there's a disconnection with the topic of life insurance with the education is the barrier. So a lot of them are not educated on the fact they'll go get education on how to get their LLC. They'll get education on how to be in compliance or how can I get these licenses. But no one wants to get education on the facts of life insurance, and that's why I have you two here with this today. Now, the first, when you go to the website, you guys break it down and highlight five vital reasons why you need life insurance. Frantwan, that first one is which is the saving source. Or who has a saving source. I want you guys to break down the saving source, which is the number one reason why that is important. So, can you guys highlight the saving source for us?
Absolutely, absolutely. So a lot of times people don't realize that you can really, life insurance, it could really be beneficial far as you can have a savings account that's attached to it. And the savings account, basically, the way it works is the money is actually your money. So a percent, so there's like a money bucket. So if you get some type of permanent policy, whether it be an IUL policy or some type of whole life policy, depending on what type of policy you get, but there is actually a money bucket. And so each month that you pay into your policy, a percentage of that money goes into this money bucket. And then later on down the line, if you ever want to take out money, if you want to borrow, you can borrow or just take it out completely. You can do that with the life insurance policy.
Mm.
So, and the good thing about it is too, like the stock market, for example, it's not guarantee. I mean,
Right,
you can buy a stock and the stock can just
right,
like crash and then that's it.
correct.
With a life insurance policy, most life insurance companies have what they call a floor rate. So what that means is that your rate will not go below, let's say like 4% or below 5%, depending on what type of policy you get. And
Okay.
so the benefit of that is that, you have something that is going to be guaranteed, that is going to definitely perform no matter what the stock market is doing, no matter whatever is doing. The company is going to say, okay, we're going to guarantee you this rate for your savings for your policy.
Right, right. Wow, and that seems less riskier and also beneficial in the long term.
Right.
Now,
Absolutely.
the next one you guys do have is the final expenses, which is a second vital reason. Ken, can you lighten us on the final expenses?
Well, final expense insurance is basically for those people who are over the age of 50. Normally, the ages are between 50 and 85 for final expense. The difference between final expense and regular insurance is that usually final expense is more expensive because they don't really do much underwriting as far as your medical condition, what prescriptions you're on, have you been in the hospital. Final expense is meant to relieve the burden from your loved ones for your final expenses, for laying you to rest.
Wow.
It's not really an investment tool where you're going to really leave somebody a bunch of money that you should have taken care of that, years before, or you can set up some other things if you have the capital available.
Okay.
But final expense insurance is basically just for burial, for things of that nature. Uh, Maybe handle some probate costs. Normally, final expense caps out the highest face value you can get is about
Okay.
$40,000, and that's with most major carriers. Now, the one thing that people don't realize about final expense, I know everybody sees all the commercials um, talking about 9.99 and all of
Right.
that, and they're thinking, "Wow, this is really really cheap. I can wait and just get final expense. $10 a month, I can do
Right.
that." But you don't really realize until you actually call and find out that it's 9.99 or 9.95 or whatever per $1,000 worth of insurance.
Mm,
A lot of people don't realize that. So let's say you're paying $10 a
okay.
month, you're only getting $1,000 worth of coverage.
Wow.
So if you want $10,000, and most funerals now are in that $7,000 to $10,000
Right.
range, and that's with cremation,
Right.
you're looking at about $100 a month.
Mm.
So it can get pricey.
Yes.
So we we will try to get you a short term, like if you're over 60 or something, in between the 60 and 70-year
Okay.
range, to get a 10 or 15-year term, which is going to be
Right.
cheaper. It'll be a little harder, but if we can't, we can always fall back on the final
All
expense.
right.
And then on final expense, it's split into two categories. One is graded, and the other is immediate. So you get the insurance. Let's say you pass tomorrow after it's approved,
Mm.
your family gets the full face value.
Wow.
If you are really sick, then what the insurance company will do, they will grade you for two
Okay.
years. And basically, they won't get the full death benefit until the 2 years has
Okay.
elapsed. But during the months before the 2 years, while you're making your premium payments, if something should happen and you pass, then your next of kin will get the money you paid
Okay.
in plus 10%.
Wow.
So it's a no lose
Correct.
situation. You just don't get the full
Right,
benefit.
and it all makes sense. And this is a topic that just should be brought up a lot. That is not brought up a lot and communicated and understood with the family. And then until it happens and it's too late, there's a lot of families currently going through that, paying bills or left with a lot of debt, which could have been handled with a small monthly payment, as Kenneth just mentioned. So this is a serious topic. It is. It is. It's sensitive, but yet it is serious. Now,
Hmm.
our next one I want to get in on the website, which is another vital one, was the income replacement. Frantwan, could you let us know about the income replacement?
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the most valuable things that you can insure is your income, because if you can't make income, then you can't provide for your family, you can't pay your mortgage, you can't do anything. So
Right,
income protection is basically, you set it. I mean, there's different ways you can set it up, but one way is, there's like disability policies you can actually purchase, and with a disability policy, that's basically going to protect your income. So some people will call that income protection, and then other people will call it income protection because of the fact that, God forbid, if you don't come home tomorrow,
right.
then your income is what? It's going to be lost. If you pass
Mhm.
away prematurely, your income is going to be lost, and you want to make sure that, especially if you still have young children,
Right.
that you can still be able to send them to college. You can still be able to do all of the things, and they can still have the same lifestyle that they had when you were alive, providing for them. So no one ever expects to not come home, but it definitely happens, and a lot of people that
Yes.
are young, that still have young families, may not come home because something tragic could happen. And so
Right.
that's where the income protection comes in at. So one, just protecting your general income, far as if you something was happen on your job, that's like a disability policy. And then the
Okay.
other income protection we're talking about is just protecting your income, God forbid, if you didn't get a chance to save all the money you want to save for your kids' college education, if you didn't get a
Gotcha.
chance to do all the things you wanted to do for your wife, whoever, then that's where the life insurance comes in to protect and to replace your income.
Gotcha. Now, I have a question on that. What about how does that work with, say, for instance, a young, like I got a guy, he has a car pressure washer, and I interviewed him, and he owns his business. So right now he's doing the work himself. What if he gets injured and no longer can go out there? How would that work for him? What would be an option for him?
Right. Well, that would be if he got injured and let's say he didn't have any type of protection as far as a disability policy. That could be an issue because you need that, especially with him being a young business owner. He needs
Gotcha.
something that's going to cover him with that.
Okay, that
Did you
makes
want to add
sense.
to that, Ken? Yeah.
Yeah. As far as income replacement, we also have carriers who offer what's called living
Okay.
benefits. It's built into the actual insurance policy. So basically, for example, if you had a policy for
Hmm.
$100,000 and your carrier will allow you up to 90% of the face
Okay.
value if you were to lose two of the six activities of daily living. So they call them
Mm,
critical, chronic, and I guess terminal illness. So if you're terminal, you can pretty much draw down 90% of it
okay. Okay.
and use it to live, do your bucket
Okay.
list. But if you're a young person and you let's say you came down with
Hmm.
COVID and now you've got long COVID, you've got some symptoms where basically your doctor has attested to the fact that you can either you're not
Okay.
mobile, you can't bathe yourself, or you can't feed yourself. It's called to the activities of daily
Okay.
living. So if anybody has any questions on it, they can just Google that, and it'll come up with a list of all six. But if you were to lose that, you can actually draw down part of your life insurance policy to pay your bills until you get back on your feet.
Oh, right. See.
So
See.
a lot of
Yeah.
people who have these jobs and they have Aflac, they're kind of like betting on themselves,
Gotcha.
uh, because you have to have a policy where I'll get insured in case I have a heart
Right.
attack, but then you have a stroke, so you get nothing, or vice versa.
Okay.
But with your living benefits, it doesn't matter. Whatever the malady is, if you're down, it will cover your expenses up to 85 to 90% of the face value of your policy.
Wow.
And a
See.
lot of the insurance carriers, they don't even charge you extra for the living benefits. It's actually
That's
free.
correct.
It just is like
Wow.
a
Yep.
bonus that comes with your life insurance policy,
Wow. What is
whether
that
you
called
got,
again? What did you say it's called again?
It's called living
Living
benefits.
benefits. Look at that. Write down that education is key. Education, boy.
and
That
then to
next
be
one.
exact, living
Go ahead.
benefits writer,
Uh-huh.
right? I think. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Now, our next one, Kenneth, back to you. You're going to take that leave a legacy. Just enlighten us on leaving a legacy.
Well, as far as leaving a legacy, it can go several different ways. I mean, you can name beneficiaries on your policy. Um, that's the most common, is leaving a legacy that way. Um, there's also other ways of leaving a legacy by actually creating an annuity. So this isn't for a lot of people, because a lot of people, they would rather, buy fancy cars and this, that, and the other. But if they were to just take maybe $500 a month for a year
Right.
for one
Right.
child or one grandchild, or you got a lump sum of $5,000, you just got it sitting in a savings account getting 2% or whatever, drop it in an annuity and say you're not going to touch it for 10 or 15 years. Or if that child is um, in high school and you want them to be or have a legacy after you're
Right.
gone, in 10 or 15 years, say whatever's there, start shelling out a check to that person on their birthday, $1,500. How many years can we let that play out? And then let it play out. That's a legacy.
Right.
So every year, that child gets a check from you, whether you're here or not.
Wow.
Or you can just designate it to where they are the annuitant, and then at a certain time, all that money turns over to them. That's leaving a legacy.
Right, right. Now that's education again at its finest. Now our last one we're going to get in, Frantwan. I guess your take is to donate to charity. That is a, that's a key one too. Let us know about the donate to charity.
Absolutely. So a lot of people don't have kids. Some people just was didn't have kids. And so a lot of people will say, I don't have kids, but I'm very active in my church, and I want to be able to leave some money behind for my church or some type of college charity or
Okay.
anything. And so life insurance can provide that. Where if you don't have a person necessarily that you want to leave money to directly, but you have some charitable causes that you want to leave money to, you can do that by purchasing a life insurance policy. So people
Mm,
do it all the time. They set up things to leave behind something for different charities because they want to leave a legacy. They want to leave a legacy to a charity. So you can definitely do that with life insurance. So
Wow. Okay. All right. Now, all those topics, you guys, as you know, audience, this is very key. Again, it is not a trendy topic, but it's sensitive and yet important. It is vital. Now, this goes along. If you're building an empire, you got to leave a legacy. That's hand in hand. You can't do one without the other. Now, Kenneth, if you don't mind letting us know, how can one get in contact with you guys to take advantage of the services you offer?
Well, they can start off by going to our website. Our website is www.ingodwetrustinsurance.com. They can reach us there. They can reach us on Facebook, Instagram. They can call our office number here is 310-973-8491. They can call Mr. LeBlanc on his cell phone, my cell phone as well. They can leave us an email. There are all sorts of ways of getting in touch with us.
Yes, sir.
But really, they can start off with the website and have access to us at that point. They can also actually go on the website and play around and get quotes on themselves.
Right. And now,
and then give us a call.
And also let them know this. If I know how to get when you're on the website, and they could get too technical. When you do call, they will get one of you guys and not a machine or a robot. Correct?
That is correct.
You hear
correct.
that?
And we
You hear that? Go ahead now.
And we are also we're licensed in all states, so including Nevada, which I know where you're located. Nevada is actually one of our main states that we do business in. So yeah, all states, no matter what state they're in, we can help them out. We can assist them.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you, fellas. You guys get in contact with them. Before I let them go, though, we're going to see the personal side of them with this or that. We're going to see what Frantwan and Kenneth like with this or that. And I went right down your field, you guys, to see which option you have to let the audience know, since TV and, media runs everything. Let's let them know point blank from you guys' expertise. And you guys could take a shot at it, look at each other or whatever. Now, if you had a choice as a consumer to pick Farmers or State Farm for your car insurance, which one would you choose?
State Farm.
Ken.
Well, I don't know. I'm thinking I'm more inclined to go with Farmers.
Farmers? Okay. All right. I think, and I was with Frenchie on that one. I'm like, State Farm. And you know what? I think the old schoolers, they're like, yeah, I'm going to go with Farmers. And I think our era is like State Farm.
Right.
So
right.
that's funny how that, yeah. But they both, because I go with State Farm because I think of old school and, those before me, before I go with any of these newer insurance companies. But if not, it'll be either one of those two that I would choose to. Okay, so this one, what about for your home with the bundle pack? If you was to have to bundle it all, would you go with Progressive or Liberty?
Well, considering I'm insured with Liberty, I would say Liberty. I wouldn't go with Flow. I would say Liberty.
All right, what about you, Ken?
I would probably go with Liberty because Progressive, they do a lot of commercials, and you're going to pay for that on the back end.
Right. Exactly. And then Liberty commercials are cooler. They're what you were saying, Frantwan?
You'll pay for Flow.
Most definitely you are. Yeah, because Liberty got a random, and I know the ostrich guy ain't that much, the little ostrich.
Right.
All right. So I'm hoping this last one I'll have it right for those wondering. At the choice, would you rather be buried or just cremated in ashes when it's time?
That's a hard one.
Right.
Yeah, that's a hard one. That's a hard one. I would try.
Right.
Yeah, that's a hard one, man. Wow.
I know. See, that's the combos we gotta have. That's the combos we gotta have. Yep.
Man.
Yeah.
It depends on the circumstance at the time.
That's right.
That's how I look at it. But dirt don't hurt
That's
though.
right. That's right. Yeah. And I
Right.
was thinking that I would take the buried because then you think if I wasn't ashes, then somebody has to be over that or hold it. And I don't want someone to hold access to without someone else. I want everyone to be free to come see, you know.
Right.
So yeah. So I don't know. That would be my take on it.
Man, that was a hell of a
Okay.
question. That threw me for a
Yeah, it
loop on
was.
that
Right. You guys are the duns. Y'all should already have that check. I got that checked off. Oh man.
But you know what? It just goes to show we're selling insurance all the time. But that's one question that
Right.
a lot of people they never stop to think
Right,
about.
right. That is true. That is true, man. So our last one, we're gonna see how very, very, very Vegas you are. You know, with this topic. So very, very Vegas is just a trivia of Las Vegas, not a right or wrong answer. Just to educate us on the history of Las Vegas. This one is a little fairly easy. You guys should get, especially you, Frantwan. So on very, very Vegas, the question is, what is the only tree naturally found in the Mojave Desert? So, what is the
one.
only tree naturally found in the Mojave Desert?
Willow?
Nope.
No. Can I take a
Go
guess?
ahead,
I'm
Kenneth.
just guessing.
The yucca.
Oh, almost. Almost. I'll let y'all get one more shot at it.
Almost don't count though.
Uh-uh.
Let's see.
They got you. Y'all passed them too. It just didn't dawn on you. So I give it to you. So the only tree that's naturally found in the Mojave Desert is the Joshua tree. The Joshua is the
Okay.
only tree endemic to the area. The palm tree, of course, we know along the strip around the city has been imported, of course, from Cali or Florida. But the Joshua tree with the spiny clumps of green needles on the end, they look spooky to me when you're out in the desert and you see all them trees lined up. You know, Frantwan, on the way to Pahrump, you see a lot of them, taking the back way over Spring
Right.
Mountain. You see them all flowing through. But yeah, those is the only tree. They don't think they take no. You don't even need no water with those trees either. So yep, the Joshua
Man.
tree. Yeah, man. So yeah, I appreciate you guys. Frantwan, we have Frantwan LeBlanc, Kenneth Lewis, owners of LeBlanc-Lewis Family Insurance. Very key topic. You guys again, let us know your you guys both take a stab at it. Frantwan, social media handles and everything, and then Kenneth, give us your social media handles. Go ahead.
Yeah, so our social media handles, well, I should know in my heart since I'm the one that does all the social media, but
Right.
let's see our Instagram. Jeez Louise, what is our Instagram?
Come on now, LeBlanc.
I know. I think wow, crazy. You probably got to edit this, huh?
Nah, this is one tell you gotta be OG Kenneth going back your boy up. Kenneth gotta save you. That's why we got OG. We gotta always have OG on the team. Kenneth save him.
But yeah, well, the OG is always going to go back to the website because as far as Facebook and all of that, it's the links are
It's all
all
good.
there.
Start with that in the phone number because they can call.
That's
Go ahead,
right.
give it to us, Kenneth.
Well, my cell is 310-625-9807. The website is in godwetrustinsurance.com.
That's right. That's right.
The office number is 310-973-8491. And Frantwan, yours is on my speed dial.
It's
So I'll leave it up to you.
310-590-0417. And just for kicks and giggles, for Instagram, IG,
There we go.
you can reach us. It's just LeBlanc-Lewis Family Insurance. That's
All right.
Instagram.
All right. So you guys, if you're listening and this is something you really need, contact us. You guys can hear over the airwaves that when you do contact these gentlemen, this is not a number or a client and we're going to straight forward you. These are real human beings, down to earth guys, know their business and their experience, as you can hear. So if you have questions, call, get educated, get involved. Tap in. This is very important. I want to thank you guys for spending time with us and sharing your wisdom online with Visit Vegas Places. Kenneth, Frantwan, I want to thank you guys. You guys also in the show links, I have their website. So their website and also their handles are in the show links. So in the show notes, you can see their website where you can click on.
Definitely appreciate your time, man.
Appreciate it.
No problem. You guys take care. Thank you. God bless you guys, my audience. I want to thank you guys for listening. If you guys listen again, my fans out there in Germany, my fans out there in Morocco, thank you guys for listening. I see you guys out there listening. I want to thank you. All right, you guys. Thank you guys. Love you guys. You guys take care, man. Good night.
Good
All
night.
right. Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot.
Bye-bye.